first major awards announcement since widespread allegations of sexual harassment and sexual assault have swarmed Hollywood. This morning's nominations for the 75th annual Golden Globes were a wake-up call on many levels. For some, check out some of the most noteworthy names and titles passed over by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association on Monday. Veep, the most celebrated sitcom of the past few years. HBO's Veep was shut out of the nominations for the first time. For all its Emmy glory, 3 consecutive Best Comedy Series trophies, and 6 consecutive Best Comedy Series Actress awards for Julia Louis Dreyfus, it has yet to win a Golden Globe. Still, this might be the biggest shock on the TV side. Wonder Woman, despite being one of the good movies of the year and one of the highest-grossing, Wonder Woman got snubbed. Jake Gyllenhaal, his performance as Jeff Bauman in Stronger was one of the best in his career, in a film that drew raves, a testament to the grit of Bauman, who came back after having his legs blown off in the Boston Marathon bombing. The film and Gyllenhaal's performance was ignored by HFPA. The Meyerowitz Stories, the Noah Baumbach film, got a glitzy premiere at Cannes. But nothing here. This might have everything to do with the spate of stories involving Dustin Hoffman saying gross things to young women, as well as comments that came out during the torrent of testimonials in the sexual harassment scandal that turned Hollywood upside down. Jeffrey Tambor scandal might well have had the same effect on Transparent and its lauded star. Jeffrey Tambor, who exited in a cloud of harassment allegations. The Amazon series and its star had been Golden Globe mainstays with 3 consecutive nominations for Best Comedy and Best Actor in a Comedy, including wins in both categories in 2015. Both are Emmy this year. The Americans, after finally recognizing The Americans with noms for stars Kerry Russell and Matthew Rhys last year, the HFPA again left out the praised FX Cold War drama, which heads into a final season in which the couple's ruse seems about to be exposed. Get Out, the woke thriller, was nominated in the Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, and star Daniel Kaluuya scored a Best Actor nom in the category. But HFPA ignored Jordan Peele's screenplay and direction, which was considered one of the great achievements of this movie year, even if it is commonplace for awards voters to sniff at genre films. Peele's accomplishment is so much more than that. It was a zeitgeist moment, a cultural game-changer. Wind River, Taylor Sheridan won the director prize in an uncertain regard and spearheaded, along with his producers and stars Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen, a successful move to eradicate Harvey Weinstein from a movie largely financed by Native American tribes, and dealing with the subject of rape and the exploitation of indigenous women on tribal reservations. Despite that, Sheridan's superb script and the rest of the film didn't make the cut. Kevin Bacon, usually this column covers worthwhile films and TV shows and performances that get snubbed. Here's one that's the opposite, but certainly a surprise. A Golden Globe winner for TV movie Taking Chance. Bacon was a surprise nominee for Amazon's very under-the-radar comedy series One Love, Dick. The Leftovers, the HBO series, will end its run with no Golden Globe recognition as the HFPA again left it empty-handed. That includes co-star Carrie Coon, who was also snubbed for her Emmy-nominated performance in Fargo. Beauty and the Beast. Disney will have to be content with the $1.2 billion gross of its crowd-pleasing blockbuster. Downsizing. Hong Chow was nominated in Best Supporting Actress category, but Matt Damon was in not one, but 2 award season films that seemed good bets, the other being the George Clooney-directed Suburbicon. No love for either. The Alexander Payne-directed satire is about to hit theaters. Detroit. Annapurna has made a big push on the Catherine Bigelow-directed drama that covered a horrifying night of police brutality during the Detroit riots, but received nothing from HFPA. Logan. Fox released the James Mangold-directed film early in the year, but Hugh Jackman's swan song as Wolverine was universally beloved, not by the HFPA. Lady Bird. The film earned a Best Screenplay nod, but Greta Gerwig did not receive one for Best Director, though Saoirse Ronan is up for Best Actress. Most importantly, the pick received a nom for Best Picture for Musical or Comedy. The Big Sick, one of the most celebrated films of the year and the biggest grossing prestige film of 2017, was completely skunked, which must have left its backers at Amazon a bit feverish. American Gods. There's been no shortage of drama of late behind the camera on the series based on Neil Gaiman's award-winning novel, but today the star's drama lacked the divine better things, like Master of None. The second season of Pamela Adlin's FX series had an homage to Italian cinema. Yes, Adlin herself got a nomination. But unlike the Netflix's Aziz Ansari show, this Louis C.K. PD show was tradito, as they say in Italy. Tracee Ellis Ross, first-time Golden Globe nominee and winner in January. The Blackish star was left off the list this time, though the series and Ross's co-star Anthony Anderson were recognized again. Despicable Me 3. Yes, the Chris Meledandri franchise is on its third flick, but don't tell me the Minions lost any of their mirth, as well as being the third highest grossing pick of the year. 3 German marks had a ton of fun and wit that the HFPA clearly failed to get. This is the third best animated feature film for the Steve Carell-led films.